Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam Malaysia Madani.
Allow me to share the steps that are being and will be taken by the government and MITI in addressing the impact of these tariffs. So measure number one, we have activated the National Geoeconomic Command Centre, or NGCC. MITI is currently doing a sectoral impact study on key exports to the US. This will be presented to the NGCC. The Prime Minister has agreed to chair the next meeting this coming Monday and will be considering the findings of the impact study. Measure number two, MITI has set up a task force on managing US tariffs to gather inputs and feedback from key stakeholders. So the members of this task force will also be members from the private sector. This is to minimize the impact of the unilateral US action on our exports and investments. Tomorrow, MITI will be meeting representatives of industries, from chambers and export companies, export associations, and MITI will also engage all the relevant ministries and agencies like Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Economy, Bank Negara, etc. So we will leave no stone unturned and in considering all options to ensure the well-being of our industries, our businesses, and our people. Third measure, at the ASEAN level, I will chair a special ASEAN Economic Ministers meeting on the 10th of April. We will discuss the broader implication of the US tariff measures on regional trade and investment. So we're looking at the investment flow, macroeconomic stability, and ASEAN's coordinated response to this tariff issue. Subsequently, the ASEAN leaders will meet to discuss ASEAN member states' way forward and to mitigate potential disruptions to regional trade, supply chain networks, as well as cross-border investments. And measure number four, in terms of strategic high-level engagement with the US, this will continue. We will leverage on the Malaysia-US Trade and Investment Framework Agreement, or TIFA, and MITI will also consider the establishment of a tax safeguard agreement to protect our semiconductor and aerospace exports. Sectoral exemptions will be negotiated. And as I mentioned this morning, we have met the US Ambassador and we will continue negotiating with the US. The fifth measure is on our own export markets. March this year, it has proactively diversified and expanded Malaysia's export markets to regions such as Middle East, Africa, and South America. So effort at MITI's policy level includes increased utilization of our existing FTAs as well as other FTAs that are being initiated. For example, the conclusion or the entry to force of SEPA with the UAE, resumption of FTA with EU, FTA negotiation with South Korea, upgrading of our ATIGA, which is our ASEAN Trade and Goods Agreement, and negotiations on the Malaysia-European Free Trade Association, EFTA, Economic Partnership Agreement. So we are one of the largest trading partners of the US in ASEAN as well, and also one of the major recipients of US-based foreign investments. So we must therefore acknowledge that there will be mid to long-term impact. This impact will be challenging, it will be broad-based, mainly because the tariffs have also been levied on almost every other trade and investment partner of Malaysia. So should many countries retaliate, the global economic fallout of a worldwide trade war will be very serious. So this impact, as I mentioned, is expected to be broad-based, as tariffs have also been imposed on almost every trading partner and investment source partner of Malaysia. So there may be some positive and negative impact from the 24% tariff. I think there are some positive, some negative, but for now, critical sectors, for example, critical mineral, pharmaceuticals, semiconductors, and certain energy-related products are temporarily exempted from the new tariff measures, although they may be subject to further trade scrutiny or tariff actions in future. And semiconductor is Malaysia's largest export category to the US, but many other sectors will be hit, such as machinery and equipment, furniture, rubber, and plastic. So in terms of approved investments, initial feedback from foreign and domestic investors, number one, some have stated that for now it's too early to assess the impact on their respective operations until the tariffs come into force, some of them mainly on April the 9th. Several investors have shared that their supply chains will be affected, especially in terms of contract manufacturing, and some Malaysian investors are slowing down their business expansion plans and starting to conserve cash while focusing on market expansion in other markets, for example, China, India, ASEAN. So in closing, the Madani government is determined to overcome this challenge, and MITI seeks the cooperation of all industry sectors, industry chambers and associations to work with us on finding the best solution moving forward. So in any event, I would like to reassure the industry that MITI will do its utmost to ensure that Malaysia's interests are always protected. What is important is the well-being of the people and our business and export sectors. Thank you.